Today we are in South Kensington, and I'm so excited to show off this gorgeous apartment that we bought for our American and Bermudan couple. It's exciting because this is a fantastic classic red brick development in South Kensington, and one of the best features is the communal garden here. So we're going to show you this apartment, show you why it's so wonderful, and definitely show you the feature of the communal garden. Let's go have a look. I love what great design can do, and this flat absolutely epitomizes that. Because when you find a client, or we work with a client to find them the right space, we also recognize that there's potential to do so much more. And I'm blown away by the improvements in how this flat has a real hotel quality, but is truly comfortable and livable. And as I said, showcases the owner's personalities throughout. You've got this gorgeous primary bedroom with ensuite, and what they've done is, again, typical in hotel fashion, is maximize that bed space, and by creating this beautiful sleeping experience. I love the floating shelves that allow you to, alternate out the artwork, and it complements a large print that's also on the wall. And then ultimately, you're looking out onto the street. If you are an international buyer buying in London, you want to experience London and feel that energy that makes London so unique. And I think this flat absolutely does that. Because sometimes it's not always about maximizing the space. It's not about having maximum space. It's really about maximizing the space you have. And as we've mentioned, this flat has a ton of great storage. It really utilizes the ceiling height, so that's fantastic. And again, has put a wonderful ensuite in here, so it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a classic mansion block with gorgeous communal gardens. So let's have a look. So this space, again, would have been reconfigured from its original footprint over time. You've got the tall ceiling heights to work with, but what they've done here is created an entry space into this master or primary bedroom. And in doing so, they have really maximized storage. So you could argue you could have a bigger open plan space here, but I love the creativity and what they did to create a kind of a walk-in closet, but as soon as you come in, and that's definitely been featured here. I think this flat does such a great job in maximizing space, and this would be an area that many people would have actually forgotten or perhaps just put a coat rack in, but they have really transformed it into, you could argue, a 3rd bedroom space here, or a 3rd room actually. Here they featured a massive desk, again, pushing the boundaries of what you think might be acceptable, but the space can definitely handle it. It was colored, the walls been colored a beautiful charcoal gray accent color, and that complements this beautiful mirrored niche that also gives you a space to feature your, your treasuries and your mementos and different things. This flat also has a beautiful hallway where you've got featured art, and by hanging and creating this gallery style hanging system, it allows for artwork to be interchanged. So that's something you might want to consider if you want to change your artwork but don't want to be putting holes into the walls and damaging the walls over time. And that was definitely featured in this property here. So in the living room space here, again, the theme of carrying on and featuring the classic pieces of this apartment are definitely being highlighted. I absolutely love this mantelpiece. You can see it's got the original molding details that would have been so beautifully and painstakingly done. It's been modernized by a fresh coat of paint, and also it now features a gas fireplace, which is more practical and really the way things are going. So a wood-burning stove wouldn't be practical these days in these communal spaces, but allows this fireplace to be featured, still generate warmth and practical, and really sits so nicely in this living room space. I love also that they were very bold in using oversized pieces. And sometimes when you think a space is perhaps can't accommodate it, we tend to go very small. But this home really features oversized pieces that people might not have been, that would surprise you when it is actually all pulled together. The neutral theme is carried out, but I love this pop of color in this rust-colored or burnt orange-colored armchair and ottoman, and all the pillows that tie it all together. Make sure to check out our separate video where we actually talk to the owners of this flat and some of the improvements that they've done. But I'm going to highlight for you some things I see. Again, in a flat this size, what is so nice is creating that open plan concept here. So you have a beautiful interaction or wonderful interaction between your kitchen area, your dining room space, and your living room. And even though that this is a traditional classic property, probably built in late 1800s, early 1900s, it's been modernized, but it's not incongruent. It actually really complements the space. How? Because by making, you would have thought the modern lines are too jarring and sleek, but by using a very neutral palette and color tone, it really works really nicely. I love that the induction fan is elevated here. So again, it'll pick up that the drafts from cooking, but it's not obtrusive and you have a clear line of sight. One of the changes they did was optimize it to their own taste, and that's something I would encourage anybody buying a home is to if you need help seeing beyond it, these spaces can be transformed. I've done my own home renovations to optimize my space, how I wanted to live. I've added to it, but don't be afraid to really adapt the space to how you want to live. Again, they switched out, they added a separate washer and dryer. They repositioned the dishwasher closest to the sink. I think that makes a lot of sense, but maintain some beautiful features. I love the color of the flooring, and there's a beautiful decorative art pattern on the floor, which is quite nice. Again, some people might have used this wall to maximize and put closed cupboards in or cabinets. I love the open shelves because for them, they travel a lot. They have a lot of beautiful things that they have acquired through their travels and experiences. And this is a beautiful way to showcase it. It's practical, but it's also very beautiful and allows them and us to enjoy some of the art and decorative pieces that they wanted to show us the purchase. We can certainly connect you or perhaps work with you to do some project improvements that optimize your space as well. So now we're in the dining room space, as you can see. It obviously segues right from the living room, but it makes this interaction so beautiful. I love that they chose a circular dining table, so no hard corners, easy to move around, and a really wonderful way to engage with your guests. They just turned on the light for me, and this chandelier is so special. It almost creates a spotlight effect on your centerpiece, so it gives you an opportunity to show off your florals like these beautiful hydrangeas. One of my personal favorite features of this property or artwork is this framed London map. As I said, it's very practical, but again, these things can be framed beautifully such that they create a piece of artwork that's a showcase, and that's definitely what this does here. We are in the second bedroom, and again, I love how this room has been designed. It's taking advantage of those beautiful tall ceilings, the classic molding details, the large skirting boards, and again, the repeated theme of storage has definitely shown up in this property in every single room. Here you've got some beautiful built-in wardrobe space or closet space. It's been mirrored, and I love by putting mirrored doors in, it reflects over onto this side side, which is, showcasing a nice tropical plant. And that theme of botanical is featured in this room, whether it's the color of the walls and a kind of a beautiful seafoam green, and then the artwork that complements it. And in talking to the owners, they were very intentional in terms of how they designed this space. They wanted it to function primarily as a TV room, a place to relax, watch television, but also be a bedroom for guests. And even though each piece looks so stylish, each one functions and has the capability to transform into sleeping areas. So this will come out and become a double sofa, and each of these oversized chairs also creates additional sleeping space. So it's the ability to work with a great designer, give some thought to how you want to utilize that space. But I think it really showcases that in central London, you can have spaces that perhaps might be smaller than where you're coming from, but still give you the lifestyle and the comfort you're looking for while being in central London. Well, thank you, Dell and Marty, for being such gracious hosts, letting us come see your gorgeous flat. And now we are signing off. We are in the communal garden. It's just really just the incredible essence of this property and this development. And what you can find in central London, I'm sure you would agree, is just to be able to have city living, but the peace and the calm and tranquility, if you can find the right property that has a fantastic communal garden, and this absolutely does that. So thank you again. Check me out on future videos and episodes, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing this piece of South Kensington, a gorgeous property, and really the essence of living in London. And if you have any questions about buying from abroad, make sure to reach out. I'll see you in the next video.